everyone, and welcome back to Golden Dragon Games. I'm your host, Rocky. Today is episode 11 of my Kamen Rider X8 toy review series. And in today's episode, we will be reviewing the DX Buggle Driver Zwei with the DX Chronicle gashat, which allows a lot of people actually in the Kamen Rider X8 series to transform into Kamen Riders, all the way from the main villain rider, Kamen Rider Kronos, to Kamen Rider Poppy, to Kamen Rider Laser level X form, and also the ride players who actually just used gashat without the driver. So, before we take a look at the Buggle Driver Zwei itself and the gashat, we're going to take a quick look at the packaging first. Okay, so, as you can see on the front of the box, we have a picture of the Buggle Driver Zwei itself, along with the DX Chronicle gashat, along with the main rider who uses this driver, being the main villain rider of Kamen Rider X8, being Kamen Rider Kronos. And then, on this side of the box, we have another picture of Kamen Rider Kronos, the gashat, the Buggle Driver Zwei. Then, on the back of the box, we just have some instructions of how the Buggle Driver Zwei works with the gashat. Also, it shows that it has its 3 different modes, being driver mode, beam mode, I believe that one's called, and then blade or saw mode. I can't remember that particular mode. Anyway, we also just have other instructions. Also, it can be, of course, used with the gamer driver, the main driver of the Kamen Rider X8 series, along with it showing a picture of the ride player here that just uses the gashat on its own rather than with a driver. Also, we have a picture of Kamen Rider Kronos with an army of ride players right here on the top of the box. And then, also on this top flap of the box, we have another picture of the gashat. Everything that's included in the packaging being, of course, the Buggle Driver Zwei, the Bugster buckle, the belt itself, a belt extender, and also the handle for the 2 different modes apart from driver mode, and also DX Chronicle gashat itself. We have some product placement for other Kamen Rider X8 toys as well. And then on this side of the box we have another picture of Kamen Rider Kronos, the ride player, the DX Chronicle gashat, and also the Buggle Driver Zwei. And then on the bottom of the box we have another picture of the DX Buggle Driver Zwei with the Chronicle gashat, along with Kamen Rider Kronos himself. And that is the packaging. So now we'll take a look at the Buggle Driver Zwei along with the Bugster buckle first. So I'll be back in a second. Okay everyone, I'm back, and here is the DX Chronicle gashat. So, as you can see, it is just like any other single gashat in terms of the shape and size of it. Also, we have the speaker right here and right here. And then, as you can see, the front of the gashat is done in a matte black colour. And then, for the artwork, of course, it says Kamen Rider Chronicle. And then we have a silhouette picture of Kamen Rider Kronos himself, Kamen Rider Brave, Kamen Rider Laser Level 1. I think this shadow at the back is meant to be Perfect Puzzler, if I'm not mistaken. And then this is meant to be Knockout Fighter. That could be possibly Kamen Rider Snipe, or maybe a ride player. I'm not 100% sure. And then this shadow here looks like Kamen Rider X8, or Kamen Rider Genmu, because Genmu is basically a repaint of Kamen Rider X8. Anyway, if we look at the side of the gashat, we have Rider Chronicle right there, and then for the back of the gashat, it is done in this sort of light, sort of limeish green, I would describe it. Also, here's the battery compartment. It comes with batteries included, being the three sort of round circle batteries. We also have the QR code on the back, and then if we flip the gashat over, you can see a picture of Kamen Rider Kronos here, and I will be quiet now so you can hear all the sound effects for the gashat. Okay, and that is basically all the sound effects for this gashat just on its own. I do believe there is also a game over noise, but I'm pretty sure that's randomised with the game clear sound effect. Also, the second sound effect that you heard, as you could see, the LED change from green to blue, and that is because the second sound effect for this gashat is actually also the henshin transformation jingle for the ride players as well. So, and this gashat, of course, won't stand up, but never mind. Anyway, that is just the gashat on its own. So next, we'll take a look at the buggle, buckle, and the belt itself, and then we'll take a look at the buggle driver's zwei. So, I'll be back in a second. Okay everyone, I'm back, and here is the buckle and also the belt parts. So, quickly, before we actually take a look at the actual buggle driver's zwei, which is the main event course of this review video, we'll just quickly take a look at the buckle, which is actually important, because if you don't connect the buggle driver's zwei to the buckle, then it will not be in driver mode, and you won't get like the henshin sound effects and the special ability sound effects, which is like sort of he pauses time and then he can restart time basically. But anyway, as you can see, the entire buckle is done in a silver colour, and also we have some moulded detailing throughout the front. And then, if we turn the buckle over, we have some more moulded detailing and also some clip pieces for the belt. And then, of course, here is the belt. And also, one good thing about the buggle driver's zwei is that when it comes to the belts that come with these drivers, normally they don't come with this extension piece, which is good if you're like me, for instance, with an adult-sized waist, because otherwise, when you try to wear these, they don't really fit. But anyway, unlike other Kamen Rider drivers, the belt pieces don't simply clip onto the side. What you do instead is, as you probably already guessed, you just slide it through like this, one side, and then slide it through like this the other side. And actually no, I got it wrong. You slide that piece in like that, but then you slide this piece in like this, and then you simply connect these two pieces here like this, and then you put these two pieces on the end like so, and then connect the belt together, and then slide these pieces over, and then that is the complete belt. I would have put the belt extend on as well, but out of like all the Kamen Rider drivers, this is the one that's hardest to get the belt to attach to the actual buckle itself. So yeah, that is the buckle and the belt for the driver itself. So now we'll move on to the main event, being of course the buggle driver's zwei itself. So I'll be back in a second. Okay everyone, I'm back, and here is the buggle driver zwei itself. So, as you can see, this is quite the unique henshin belt driver device, whatever you want to call it, as of course, like I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure it is not just a henshin driver, it is also not just one, but two sidearm weapons in one. So we've got the beam mode on this side, and the blade/saw mode on this side. Also, we have these big A and B buttons, which at the moment they don't do anything because the buggle driver zwei is actually turned off, but once we turn it on, these buttons will actually make some of the different sound effects. Also, in this clear panel piece right here, you'll be able to see the picture of whatever Kamen Rider on whatever gashat you put into the buggle driver zwei. We also have some printed detailing on the actual clear plastic itself. You can also see me in the camera, hello. And as you can see, we have molded detailing throughout the front of the buggle driver zwei, and also we got some different colours here of some like silvery grey for the most part, also with some turquoisey green colour, red for the A button, and then this sort of bluey green but not quite as green as this green colour for the B button. Then we also got a bit of matte black right here, and then on the bottom of the buggle driver zwei we have these two sort of aquamarine green coloured buttons, which are just release buttons really for when you connect this to the handle for either its different sidearm weapon modes or the actual Bugster buckle itself for its driver mode. Also, we have the on and off switch here and a little bit of moulded detailing. And then if we go to the side of the buggle driver zwei, we have some more moulded detailing. We also have the activation button for the henshin sequence, which has a little bit of metallic-y red finish on the front with a tiny bit of moulded detailing. Also, as you can see, we have the speaker right here. We also have a release button for the gashets, because the gashets are locked into place in the driver once you insert them into the buggle driver zwei. Here is actually where you put the gashat in diagonally. And then we also have some more moulded detailing throughout here, and more of the aquamarine green sort of colour. And then on this side of the buggle driver zwei, we have a tiny bit more moulded detailing, but not much. And then on the back of the buggle driver zwei, we have some more moulded detailing. We have the two holes for the handle and the Bugster buckle to fit into. And then right here we have the battery compartment. The buggle driver zwei itself does require two AAA batteries, but you'll have to supply yourself. But when it comes to the DX Chronicle gashets, like I mentioned earlier, that does come with batteries. So, that is basically the buggle driver zwei on its own, but now I will be quiet so you can hear some of the sound effects. And of course, as soon as we activate it, it feels the need to remind us of what it's called. But anyway, for the first sound effect, if we press the B or A button, or both of them together, we get Stage Select, along with a blue LED that stays lit up there for a couple of seconds. And then if we bring in this handle piece, as you can see, which has a bit of moulded detailing throughout, and also it's in the silver colour, which most of the buggle driver zwei is in to match. If we turn the buggle driver zwei over, and then if you just match up this little groove here and this little plastic piece here, and just connect it, you'll get the confirmation sound effect that it has been turned into one of its different modes. So at the moment we're in the blade/saw mode. So for the first attacking sound effect, we just need to press the B button once. And then if you press it a couple of times, it just sort of loops the sound effect. Also, something unique when it comes to the Buggle Driver Zwei, it doesn't have just one finish the attack sound effect, it doesn't have two finish the attack sound effects, it has three, so one for each mode. So, to activate the first Kimiwaza final attack sound effect, if we just press the A button, we get the standby music, and then if we press the B button, and then we have the critical sacrifice sound effect. And now if we detach the handle from this side, we get that sound effect, and then we just turn it over to the other side. Now we are in beam mode, and now this time you do the opposite. To just get the normal attack sound effect, you just press the A button this time. And then you can also press it a couple of times and then it loops the sound effect better. And then to activate the final attack sound effect, we do the opposite for what we did for the blade/saw mode. So this time we press the B button. Okay, and that is all the sound effects that the Buggle Driver Zwei makes just by itself. So next, we'll listen to the sound effects the Buggle Driver Zwei has to offer in its driver mode, also with a gashat. So, I'll be back in a second. Okay everyone, I'm back, and here is the DX Chronicle gashat itself, along with the buggle. So, if we just move the Chronicle gashat to one side, and then we just get the buggle and connect the Buggle Driver Zwei to it, we get another sound effect, being the same confirmation sound effect that we get when we put it in its other two modes. But anyway, now it is in driver mode, so we can start the henshin sequence for Kamen Rider Chronos. So, without further ado, before I'm quiet to let you all hear the sound effects, as I always say in all my Kamen Rider X8 and Kamen Rider Build Toy Review series, as they say in Kamen Rider, henshin. And there we have the very cool henshin jingle for Kamen Rider Chronos. Also, you can see the LED picture of him on the inside of the Buggle Driver Zwei itself, with the different LEDs lit up for a couple of seconds. So, now it is in driver mode. We have a couple of options when it comes to sound effects. So, the first sound effect I'm going to show you is his special ability. So in the show, when he presses both the A and B buttons together, he can actually pause time, and then if he presses the two buttons again, he restarts time, basically. So, I will be quiet once again. that is those two sound effects. So now, if we press either the A or B button, I'm pretty sure, we can hear the finishing Bbbyyyyyeeeezzzzss attack sound effect. And there we have the finishing attack sound effect being the critical crusade, which I'm pretty sure we already heard that sound effect when it was either in beam mode or blade/saw mode, but actually I think I might try pressing the A button, see if we get a different finishing attack sound effect, so I'll just be quiet once again. No, all we get is the sort of standby henshin jingle if we press the A button. So, in that case, that is all the sound effects that the Buggle Driver Zwei has to offer on its own and with a gashat. So, that means it's time for the end of today's review video. But, before I outro today's review video, when it comes to my Kamen Rider Ex-Aid toy review series, which is meant to be a video more or less every Monday, which I haven't really been able to do, because basically it's been very difficult to actually be able to buy the Kamen Rider Ex-Aid toys because they are no longer in production, so I have to buy them off like eBay and Amazon, and some of the other Kamen Rider Ex-Aid gashets that I want to review in future review videos, I'm finding it a bit difficult to find those gashets, so officially after this episode, the series will be on hiatus for quite a while, but in my sort of like monthly update videos or my mini channel update videos, I will, you know, update everyone when the series is going to come back from hiatus once I have actually found some of the other gashets at a reasonable price on either eBay or Amazon. So, anyway, now I will outro the video. So, thank you everyone so much for watching today's video. I hope you all have enjoyed today's video. Please feel free to leave a like, favourite, share, comment. Also, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Also, all my social media links are linked in the description of the video. And remember, until next time, stay golden, stay frosty, and